Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Tiffany. Welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be my 2020 plans and some of my goals that I had for the year in review. So I'll be going through them a little bit, seeing what I achieved, what I didn't achieve, and then my 2021 goals and plans that I have for the year. So I'm pretty sure I went through some of my goals and plans that I had for the year in August. I did a little life update, so I'm not going to talk too much about 2020, but I will say a little bit because it was a very big year for me. I have everything written down on my phone, so if I'm looking at my phone, it's just little dot points because otherwise I'll forget. I have the worst memory. So, jumping straight into the video, my 2020 in review. One of the best things that happened to me in 2020 was getting my cat. I have wanted a rag doll for years, and I mean for years. One of my dad's friends that he works with, he was moving houses, moving into an apartment I think. He couldn't take his cat with him to the new apartment because they didn't allow animals, so he was giving it away. And Dad asked me, and I obviously did not say no. So yeah, I have my little cat. I don't know where he's gone. I think he's looking for bickies, but I'm sure you would have seen him on my channel or on my Instagram before. But yeah, I love him. I adore him so much. He's just the best thing that has ever happened. I love him so much. He's so cute. Didn't get to go to the Maldives. Didn't get to have my 21st. I will talk about that very soon. July, I went through a pretty rough breakup. I spoke about that in my other video. Yeah, it changed me a lot. It opened up my eyes in a way. It changed my perspective on life, I guess. I cleaned up the garage because all this stuff was going out of there. So I cleaned up the garage, finally got my car in there. We've been living in this house nearly 5 years and have only ever been able to get one car in the garage. So once his stuff went, I got my car in the garage, which was amazing. Obviously got my room back, my wardrobe space, everything. That was good for me. It was a very good thing. I'm so grateful to be able to have so much space in my room again now. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say he was a bad thing in my life. We were both at a point where it just wasn't working. It was just the way that he went about things that I didn't agree with, and a lot of other people didn't agree with. So I'm not trying to make him out as to be a bad person, because I'm sure he's not, and he will be good to those that he wants to be good to. But yeah, in the end it just wasn't working and things just didn't end well for us, unfortunately. It was, honestly, the breakup was one of the best things for me. I started doing things for me again. I started going out and doing things on my own. I didn't feel like I had to wait for someone all the time. I could just go out and do things. I didn't have to, worry about anyone else. I only had myself to worry about, which was good. I haven't had that in years. Yeah, I started going to the gym, training 4 to 5 times a week. I started eating better, and I'm still focusing on eating better, trying to incorporate better foods into my diet, trying to get a bit more of a routine with my eating, because that is something I'm very bad at. In the past 6 months, I have done so much more, been out and did different things. I have done so much more in the past 6 months than I did in the last year of my relationship. And yeah, that kind of says something in itself to me. So yeah, that's all I'm really going to talk about from 2020. It was a big year for me. It changed, like I said, it changed me a lot. It shaped me into the person I am today, and I'm honestly proud of that. I'm so happy with who I am and how I am at the moment. I couldn't be happier with life right now. It's good. Life is good. I haven't felt like this in years, so it's very refreshing and yeah, good. Now, jumping into 2021. I'm gonna go through my plans that I have for the year first, and then I'll go through my goals for the year. So my plans for the year, first of all, was my 21st birthday party. So I filmed this video last Wednesday, and I just didn't like the way that it turned out, so here I am filming it again. So yeah, my 21st birthday party. Obviously I couldn't have it in June last year, so now I had it last weekend, which I actually vlogged it. So I don't think I vlogged much of it, but I know I vlogged it, so I'll make that into a little video and upload it for you guys. So yeah, that was so good. I finally got to celebrate my 21st birthday party. And yeah, so that was the first thing on my list for the year, which was good. I loved it, enjoyed it, so grateful for the friends that came. The rest of January, I don't really have a great lot on. I'll just be working. Then I work for the first week and a half in February, then I basically have 2 weeks off. Or I've got a week and a half off, I go back to work for like 2 days, and then I have the rest of February off. So I'm working about 9 days in February because I just have so much on. So yeah, it'll be good though. I'm like very happy and excited for it. The second weekend in February is I have a 21st to go to, and then the day after that I'm most likely, it's not like 100% confirmed yet, but I'm fairly certain I'll be going down to North Haven with some people, and North Haven's about 4.5 hours down south. It's like near Coffs Harbour, I think. I'm not 100% sure about that, but yeah, so going down there for a week, swimming, doing all the things. Yeah, so that should be a very fun week. I'm hoping to vlog. I will try my best to vlog, so we'll see how that goes. At the end of February, so the 26th of February, I'm going up to the Sunshine Coast with 4 of my friends. So we're doing like a little girls trip up there for the weekend. We're going out Friday afternoon, coming back Sunday afternoon. So I will be vlogging that for you guys because that should be a very fun trip. Yeah, middle of March will be my brother's 18th, so that'll be a pretty big birthday for him. Also, I'll probably be going up north to like Kingaroy to see my family up there sometime within the next 2 or 3 months, depending on when we can all get time off to go up there. So yeah, like I said, I will vlog that. I will be vlogging a lot this year. That is one of my goals. Then we get into June. So the 2nd of June is my birthday, my 22nd birthday. I get to celebrate 2 birthdays this year. How good. So yeah, the 2nd of June is my 22nd birthday. How weird's that? I'll be 22 this year. Getting old. Then the middle of June, I somehow convinced Mum and Dad to go down to Darwin, like all of us. So it'll be Mum, Dad, myself and my brother. We're all going down to Darwin, flying down there on the Monday. So the first 4 days we're going to be spending it in the city. And then from the Friday to the Sunday, it's the V8s. So I actually can't remember what that event's called. I think it's like Triple Crown Darwin? I honestly can't remember. But yeah, we're going down there for the V8 supercars because this year they don't just have the V8s down there. They've got the V8s. Pretty sure they have the Aussie cars, which I love the Aussie cars. They've got the Stadium Super Trucks. They've also got the super bikes, which they have never had the super bikes racing here before. No one in my family has ever seen the super bikes race before. So that was one thing that kind of enticed us to go, because it was like, that's something you don't really see very often. And none of us have ever been to Darwin. My brother still hasn't been on a plane yet, and he'll be 18 this year. So I was like, you know, it'll be a good trip for the family. We can go down and explore Darwin, and then also go to the V8s, see the super bikes and whatnot. And they've also got a concert on the Saturday night, and then the Friday night they've got the drag cars. So it'll be like Friday night drags, which they used to have here on the Gold Coast years ago, but they stopped doing it for some reason. So I've missed that a lot, and I haven't actually been to the drag races in so long. So I'm very excited for that, a little family trip up to Darwin. So that'll be fun. I don't really have many other plans for like the last half of the year as of yet, but one thing I do have planned is the Gold Coast 600. So we originally weren't going to go this year because we thought, because we've been so many years in a row, we thought we'd go to a different event, which is why we booked Darwin. So we thought we'd go to Darwin instead of the Gold Coast 600 this year. But then they announced that the Gold Coast 600 will be the finale this year. And I thought, I'm not missing out on that. That is going to be such a big event. So it'll be like in the middle of Surfers Paradise as per usual. Start of December, like it'll be such a big event because it is the finale, and they won't start planning it properly till probably like April or May or maybe even June. So we won't actually know what's racing there till later in the year, but that's fine. I spoke to Mum and Dad, and Dad was like, you know what, let's all just go to both this year. We can't travel anywhere else really. We're not going to be able to go overseas this year. Well, by the looks of it, we're not going to be able to, so might as well book 2 holidays. Oh, speak of the devil. So my little rag doll I was talking about before, he's just come to join me. I want to say hello. Oh, he is so cute. Yeah, so this is my little rag doll. He follows me everywhere, so just don't mind him. So now into my 2021 goals for the year. Now I don't have that many at the moment. I kind of do, I kind of don't. A big one that I have this year is to create healthier meals and make more meals from scratch. So I love cooking, I always have, but I don't do enough of it. So I'd love to like get back in the kitchen and start making things from scratch again and not like buying pre-made meals all the time, as well as meal prep. Like I'd love to meal prep more meals so I'm not buying food out all the time. That will help my savings a lot, which is also part of my goals this year. I want to try and continue to work out at home because, like I said before, I was going to the gym. I still am going to the gym at the moment, but I am cancelling my membership because I'd like to just do more home workouts and like try and exercise for free, if you know what I mean. Continue to work out at home and let's try some new classes. Like I'd love to go into a dance class. I know that could be weird for some people, but like, and Pilates and dance are like the two things, ow, claws. Pilates and dancing are like the two things that I really want to try, or like I've always been interested in but haven't done it before. I did dance when I was in like year 5 and 6, but that was about it. Another thing following on from last year is not relying on other people to go and do things. So like if I plan something with someone, if that someone cancels, want to go and do that thing anyway, if you know what I mean. Like I just don't want to have to rely on other people all the time. I feel like I have enough independence to go and do things on my own. I focused on that a lot at the end of 2020. So yeah, I'd love to take that into 2021 with me and continue it. So this is a bit of a personal goal. I wasn't sure whether to include this or not, but I might as well. So one thing I'd love to do is to start a new career, because I do have a fair few interests in like different careers, but I never knew where to start. So I'm trying to crack down on that. Yeah, I really want to just try a new career or advance in the one that I'm in. So try and get higher up in Coles. Just depends on if there's like room and whatnot. Actually, now that I think of it, 6 months ago I was on my contract. I've been permanent part-time since I started at Coles, which was 6 years ago now. So, and I started at 10 hours a week, and then up until August last year I was only 16 hours a week, and now I have doubled my contracted hours. So I'm currently, like I've just signed a new contract. I've got an average of 32 hours a week. So I'm like 31 hours one week and like 33.5 the other week. So that is really good. Like that is nearly full-time hours. That's the closest you'll get to full-time hours at Coles, because they don't like putting people on full-time. My contract has basically doubled since August, which is really good. Like I'm so grateful for that. Like to be able to be given that many like extra permanent hours is so good. Like I appreciate that so much. And yeah, it's really made me think like maybe I should just advance in Coles and try and get higher up in Coles rather than finding a new career. But I don't know, we'll see how the year goes, see what happens. Like you never know what's going to happen. So yeah, we'll just see how that goes for now. I'd obviously love to travel more. That is obviously very hard to do at the moment. But yeah, I'd love to travel more of Australia, so I'd love to go up to the Whitsundays. I've never been up there before, so that's one place I'd love to go. Whitsundays, maybe the Great Barrier Reef. I've been to the Great Barrier Reef like on a school trip before and I loved it. I went up to Northwest Island. So yeah, I loved it up there. My last goal for 2021 is a very big one, and if I'm being honest, I don't think I'm going to be able to achieve this year, but it is like a long-term goal. So I'd love to buy a house or an apartment. Ideally, I would love to buy some land and build a house. There's not much land for sale where I want to buy, and the land that is for sale around the area is like really expensive. So I've been looking into buying an apartment or buying a house. I really only need to buy something just for myself, so an apartment would be perfect. But yeah, I've been looking around a little bit lately, and it's something that I'm really interested in. Like I really want to move out. I'm so grateful that mum and dad are still having me here. I don't know, I'd really love to move out and have my own space. So that is something that I'd love to do this year, but I'm not expecting it to happen, but I would be so happy and grateful if it did happen. Like I feel like everything happens for a reason. So if the right apartment or house pops up at the right time, then I feel like that's when I should act on the situation, if you know what I mean. I'm going to be actively looking at like apartments and houses throughout the year just to see what's around, get an idea of the market, because the market is up at the moment. But yeah, I'm just going to keep an eye out, see what I can find. If the right thing comes up at the right time, then maybe I will buy, maybe I won't, maybe I might wait till next year. Just going to go with it and see what happens. Yeah, so that brings me to the end of this video. I really hope you all enjoyed watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!